With us, Samuel Kogar. It's been like over a year since we last had him. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
You. Oh, okay. Today is session day. Yeah, today is session day. I see. We have different media entities here. Among them is BKS. I'm mentioning BKS because I think they've been doing. They're from Nimba, right? They've been doing well. Yeah, we've been following. They have a very engaging show. How is life going, sir?
Well, God is.
Yeah, Jack can close or you put the microphone to you.
Yeah, God is good to us. He gives all we need. Amen.
Are you starting with prayer?
But God comes first in everything.
But
Whether political, social.
I don't remember you ever. I don't remember you ever starting with prayer.
No, whenever I'm attending a gathering, I always call for hallelujah. But this is a media. So even as that, we got a reference call.
I don't know why you're sounding low.
Well, I don't know.
And I
say you tell me.
I have everything. Oh, maybe you
guys
need to put a
that's
little more zeal. I don't know why you're not really in zeal.
Look, Julia, I'm always,
Please call
prepare for any discussion
Yeah, sure.
that has to do with national concern.
Let us start in Nimba and with you. The last time I read some social media posts on some media outlets, you did some donations across the county. Give us some background to that.
Experience is a good teacher. It gives test before lesson. When we were representatives, we were focusing on one electoral district. And we learned a lot. We used to complain about senators because the senator control the entire county. And whenever they want to do things, they do it directly on their own and leaving the representative out. So we want to change the method this time around to be collective in the process because we are both legislators. So to begin with, prior to this distribution, we contacted the representative of each of the electoral districts in Nimba County.
Okay.
That we are going to effect certain towns and villages within your constituency to the constituent for their benefit or to develop themselves in cement, zinc, and rice. So we donated 1,000 bags of cement with 50 bundles of zinc as initial starting, plus 100 bags. The 100 bags were given to the Muslim community prior to the Ramadan. We decided to have that fast track so that they will be able to carry out distribution in the 9 electoral districts. And so we gave them 100 bags plus 100 bags of cement, so that they will be able to also undertake any project in which they desire. So there are towns and villages. If time permit me, I could name few.
Yeah.
We got the first town is Nyo Diaple. Nyo Diakwado is an organization that intends to build a guest house in Nyo Diaple town. We placed 200 beds. Currently, we have given them 100 bags of cement. Then we got Blooming Play Elementary School. This school was initiated by me, and we are seeing the school. It left with plastering and others. You see, electoral district number 5. I have decided to restart, to finish, to complete it and turn it over to the town people. So we give them 100 bags of cement. Then Sokopa is the first entrance, the first town of Nimba County from Bon County. We gave them 50 bags of cement for their guest house project. And then Dole Clean, we gave them 100 bags of cement as well. And then Bay Baozung 2, where it's in the District 7 area, we gave them 10 bundles of zinc because they are undertaking a cleaning project.
Okay.
Then Ganwi is in District number 9. building a guest house, we're getting 100 bags of cement. Zikepa is also in district number 9. We're getting 10 bundles of cement for market hall projects. And then Glanstown, B and Doru is in district number 9 as well. We gave them 50 bags of cement for guest house project. Bayi Vonwie is in district number 4. Bayi Vonwie United Liberian Inner Church is undertaking a church program that comprises of that Chidom. So we also getting 100 bags of cement. No get Luke Bailey is in district number 4 as well. They are building town hall, getting 50 bags. Glory community had a project that is being carried out by the representative Honorable Sam Brown. We get them 100 bags of cement for that project. Then we got Lowly school project. We get them 100 bags. And then Duo TIE is in District 2.
So some of these projects, it is either a lawmaker doing it or the people.
Yes, either the lawmaker or the people own initiatives.
Okay.
So the essence of this donation is to avoid individual donations.
What does that mean?
On giving things to individual,
okay.
it doesn't impact considerable number of people. If you give things to organization, there are several people that will benefit, including us. So individuals are coming for Zing and other things, those things, yes, but if we have to impact considerable number of citizens' livelihood, I think it results fruitfully. So it is predicated upon this that we engaged that through the lawmakers. And then the issue of medical facility or medical donation. Senator Sir Joseph and I have been working. In 2023, he gives me 44 container.
In 2023?
2023, during the course of the election. And I donated in district number 5. Some of the balance that were in the warehouse were taken by Representative Sam Brown for a hospital that he's building as well. So a recent in December, can I say December or January, he gives me another 140 feet container. The value of the container was 237,000. And I donated it to the hospital in Sanikole, received by the CHO, County Health Officer. So for the usage of the
whole container.
The whole container to be distributed among the clinics and hospitals in Nimba County. Subsequently, last month, we also received another container from Sir Joseph, valued at $210,926.
When you mentioning the value, is it that you giving money towards it or?
No, I'm not giving money towards it. But any container that enter in the commerce of Liberia, before you clear, the CIF value of that commodity got to be declared. Whether duty free or duty pay, you got to declare the value.
Okay.
It is incumbent upon this that I'm making that revolution. So,
but why is Sir Joseph always giving you container? What is it? What is between both of you?
Sir Joseph, quite frankly, we started our friendship way back. Not now.
Okay.
Yeah, not now. So I'm a person that when God gave somebody opportunity, you have to go around the person to also get some blessing. I do not have the capacity financially to purchase medical equipment and medical material on my own. So if I see my friend progressing in that direction, I better approach him in a polite manner to assist. It is based upon this that our friendship have been very cordial.
Okay.
Always assisting.
Let me allow you to turn the headphone around so that it's not touching. Good. Okay, perfect.
So far so good. These are the first intervention we have started. And then
have you done any tours since you became senator in the county?
I have made some tours selectively, but not official yet.
Why not?
The elders and other permanent citizens of the country have been calling me for some developmental discussion and other issues pertaining to the county. So we've been attending it, and then At times, I take a visit in a particular district, unknowing to them, to just appreciate them, sit with them surprisingly. But we haven't had a formal Thanksgiving program yet, but we've been making some attempts, which is now official. And the people really appreciate that.
Is it going to happen?
Of course, yes.
Why hasn't it happened, and when will it happen?
You know, Julius, one thing that people don't understand, it's good to be factual. I went into election 2023, a campaign. It required fiscal domain. 2024, I out there to contest for the deputy speaker position. You may be aware. And you know a capital intensity to lobby and etc. Though I did not go through. And then 2024, when the issue of vacancy, that is by election, that was done otherwise, because it was not death, it was not expulsion, it was not resignation, but it was otherwise. The senator became vice president. Otherwise, the vacancy was created. So Yang and I went into election, not to second place.
You were whipped.
Yeah, I was whipped. You're quite correct. And then 2025, may his soul rest in peace, Senator Johnson passed. So I got to occupy the gap.
Was it 2025 or 2024?
2025.
No, he passed 2024.
2024,
yeah.
And the by-election was 2025, that's what I meant.
Yeah, okay.
So consistently, to go into election 3 different times, separate occasions, it creates financial fatigue. I'm not somebody who brag on issue or who lie to people. So I informed them that due to these circumstances, I got to take my own time, gather our resources.
So
and then I
financially, are things tough on you right now?
Julius, when I tell you that I only squarely depend on my salary, you will not believe it. As anybody in Liberia, I don't have a willow market to say I'm depending on to sell. When a certain task is given you, you got to exert efforts so that some people will not dilute your decision. They will not demean you in public. I'm saying this to say that, for instance, yes, I may open a store and maybe give it to my children or my family, but I'm very tough and critical on the government. Then I involve, or that business involved in tax evasion. The next thing the government will be doing, it will be running after that business to expose the business to public ridicule, and it will have means to connect me with that business. It would tie me from speaking the truth. These are some of the reasons I saw. I said, well, the job that the people gave me, I will serve, and whatsoever benefit therefrom, it is what I'm supposed to get. So for now, I had no business. I can tell you for free.
Now, let us stay in Nimba because a whole lot of things happen in Nimba. You talked about the elders inviting you, having some conversations around development and other issues. Talking about development, you just spoke about the donations that you made. Where did you get the money from? If you talk about 1,000 bags of cement, at least even if you bought it $8, even if it is $7,000, that's straight. Not to talk about the other things. So you may have spent between 10 to 15,000 US dollars recently on those things.
But Julia, that is very simple. I credit worthy in the first place.
Okay.
Why it is true that I'm owing a bank, but there are some level of windows that I can go to any businessman and give them a post-district check to be draw out periodically at the end of every month, and that is an agreement can be signed. So it don't take anything from me, but you should live up to the commitment you made to the business. Boy, you become a good creditor. They will always credit you, and this is how I've been moving.
Okay, now so talk about the conversations with the elders, other issues. What are the other issues?
Basically, it came a time that I spoke on radio, and I was very clear on issue, but it was misinterpreted by other media outlets interpreted it by at their own will and pleasure.
Which one?
Very good. There was a simple question posted. Do you have any beef with the vice president? I said, well, when it comes to administration, yes. That was the statement I made. You understand? And people carry a wire everywhere, here and there. It is good to be very sincere to the process. I think we are drawing nearer to realize each other and work together amicably.
You and the vice president?
Anybody, whether the caucus and any official or government for that matter. The point here is, I'm a bureaucrat. You understand? The public administration. When it comes to public policy evaluation and also the issue of equal work for equal pay and also specialization of an individual and placement should be based on qualification and specialized career. If you are a classroom teacher, you cannot do the principal job except you are designated. In the county, the superintendent, the senators, the representatives are the one who drive the affair when it comes to recommending citizens from the county to the central government. And it is the sole prerogative of the president and the vice president, if possibility exists, to accept the recommendation. Our recommendation is subject to rejection or acceptance. Equally so. Whosoever that is recommended, a level of the will say, okay, you recommended 3 persons, but we'll take John Brown, fine. But where you make a recommendation, for example, and at the same time you have the confirmation power to confirm, and it go against your will, then it makes it creates some level of semblance of corruption on grounds that I have the power to confirm. But the person that was recommended by me did not go through. Should I reject the person that was recommended by the president? Except for act unethical. But if the person doesn't have anything that has distinct character, it is your fiduciary responsibility to pass the person through the job interview. But when such an opportunity is not given as a senator, it is where we spoke about. But personally, we don't antagonize people, or we're not against anybody.
Now, but, talking about the issues of recommendation, did you recommend people and none of them got nominated by the president?
Well, Julius, I don't want to have repetition. I have said it and over again. But I believe my voice is gravitating towards consideration. So we're observing the process. Yes. So we're observing the process. So the others, people, after the entire episode on radio, people saying, interpreting things in their own way, the elder decided to invite me interpreter.
Now, but before they invited you, on the issue, when you said you had issues in terms of administration, what did that mean? At least let us hear your own interpretation.
That is why it is true that we have the executive and we have the legislature, and then we have the judiciary. These are 3 distinct branches of government. And it is the sole responsibility under Article 56, if I'm not mistaken, 56, that the president nominate. You understand? Mm-hmm. Cabinet minister and elects. While it is true that it is incumbent upon the president to nominate, it is also incumbent upon the Senate to confirm. Mm-hmm. When the Senate rejects, automatically you are denied by the Liberian people. You will not be. So in that light, there is a semblance of collaboration. Mm-hmm. So for the spirit of good working relationship, I can remember if you read this, the Jimmy Swaggart and Ronald Reagan theory, while it is true that it is in keeping upon the executive to promulgate bill.
You mean Jimmy Carter?
Yeah, I said Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan theory. Okay. If you compare and contrast. Ronald Reagan said it is in keeping upon the executive to promulgate a bill, and it is in keeping upon the Senate to pass. Then Jimmy Carter, right? Who did I quote that just now? Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Then Jimmy Carter said, while it is truth, while it is in keeping upon the executive to appropriate or to promulgate bills, it is also equal upon, in keeping upon the executive to lobby. There where lobby come in. Because you want a particular individual to be your minister. So you got to lobby to ensure that that confirmation is here. So if you just say because it is incumbent upon the legislature to confirm, and you just leave it so panelly, there could be some hurdles. So in that light, they are give and take situation. The senators and the representatives from those counties making appointment need to be consulted. Though it's not constitutional. Mm-hmm. But to coordinate, to have smooth learning. Because
so let us talk about Nimba. In terms of the appointments that came from Nimba, are you tacitly telling us that a whole lot of you did not have input in it? You don't have your people there. Was it only the vice president recommendation or what?
In the first place, I don't want to be collective. I will speak about myself. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. I am not in the know. This is why I flagged the issue. Okay. But now, we're getting there.
Okay.
Some level of understanding.
Okay, so since that time, there has been an improvement.
Well, if you say since that time, okay, yes, I will agree.
Yeah,
with
because
you.
that time you spoke about
very good.
You just used to see the names. Minister this one, Nimba, Minister this, but I the senator, how can't the name just going? I don't know anything about it. And I the whole thing there.
You know, to make law and to effectuate the two things, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So you can make the law, but when it is not effectuated, eventually it means that it has not been shown or it has not been implemented. So I understand, but since then, we decided to close the book, but we yet to see the next recommendation.
Okay.
Yeah, let me get clear.
Now, we are still in it, but there was this issue of who was the godfather of the county too, that also came up. People say you were claiming to be godfather, you jumped over Prince Johnson's body, and all those kinds of things. They were also part of it. And people said, oh, as a vice president, he's the highest official out of the county and all of that. Is it still an issue or it has been trashed out too?
Well, for me, I don't think it to be an issue, except those who expressing shenanigans all around and what have you. But basically, the issue of godfather, God doesn't have father. I have said it in this studio before. God doesn't have father. When it comes to superiority or position standing in government position, quote unquote, since the vice president from Nimba, he is a higher government official from the county. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. But if you go traditionally, the man who that title was bestowed on is dead. But there was somebody that the elder recommended.
Who?
Me. To succeed.
When?
Now, how I went to the election, that was a form of petition to tell the people that traditionally this man is the man who will succeed this man. So therefore, this is what we're supposed to perform traditionally, and I will perform. But other politicians, other people, commentators come in, this man is the godfather, this man is the godfather. Godfather, God doesn't have father.
Yeah,
but I believe
it is a word that connotes superiority in its own context. So yeah.
So Julia, if you bear a child and leave it after your grandmother, how do you call
I'm the interviewer here, so
Oh,
so,
well,
so I don't answer
so it
questions.
means that the
Interviewee.
way you wish you would talk to ordinary people, you have to be very cautious because you will be talking to a grandmother because that title has been bestowed on your daughter. One way or other, you will not approach him in any kind of a friendship. But the issue of godfathership is not something that has salary. It's not something that I'm thinking about. But others do it to provoke each other.
Okay.
And this is not time for territorial game. In Nimba, our territory, we who are in the leadership, who were elected by the county, are the leaders. The president and the vice president are the leader for the country. So there's a demarcation. Yaya Nimle cannot talk on behalf of Grand Jide, on behalf of Nimba County. Zopeno cannot talk on behalf of Nimba County. We, Yantwaye, and the elect representatives. So anything that will emanate from the county should first start with us.
Okay, I get your point.
Yes.
It is a clear argument now.
Yeah.
You know, just like other counties who do recommend and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Even if, why your argument is, even if the vice president comes
From Nimba.
from a particular county,
Yeah.
the legislative body of that county, certain things have to originate from them before reaching him.
Exactly. Okay. We sit down and say, well, Mr. Vice President, okay, send this the interest and what have you, but this is what we discuss from the county. What can we do? And by respect, we should have gone, by law, we could go straight to the president. But because he's a son of that son, he's a vice president, we cannot go directly to the president by respect to give him that courtesy. And equally so, it is anticipated to be reciprocated. That's our concern. Once that is met, you can't hear anything.
Okay, recently, all of you were together, I think, at his home, and one of the lawmakers sent me the pictures. Julius Nimba, we are doing well now. We are trashing out everything. We are now on course. Recently, was it okay?
Julia, no leader will always like to perpetuate himself in confusion.
Okay.
As a leader, you're supposed to preside over people who are in dispute to settle it as a leader. Give direction to the citizen that you lead. So you cannot be the one that the citizen will come and preside over your case. So we thought it wise as a legislator, I drew the attention of the legislature and I saw the idea and was brought by the chairman. We were 5 or 6 in the meeting that day in my office. He said, it's necessary. I said, what I'm saying here is my concern, and my concern is my concern. So they said, okay. So what we'll do, we'll open up means and find a means that we can sit together and talk. So when they spoke with the vice president, then they called that, the meeting will be held at the vice president residence. Would you like to go? I said, but yes. We're going for peace. And we went there, we sat down and discussed.
Frankly, man to man, woman to woman.
Of course, yes. That's how it's supposed to be. You know, some people, they are very pretentious. Pretend that they're saying the truth, but not the truth. I'm not a tep. I'm not the tep. Anything that borders on my feelings, I must tell you. And don't mind to say because Kogar approached me yesterday, so he still bearing thing against me. No, I'm not the tep. We won't ahead because nobody knows the future. We are all politicians. So you can't create enemyship all the time. Somebody will tell you, say, okay, say you created enemyship for me last year. Me too will create enemyship for you this year. So as a politician, it's always a win-win situation. You win today, I win tomorrow. So, yes.
Another key thing that has been coming in all of this is that Kogar may be positioning himself to be chosen ahead of 2029 as a running mate to any of these parties, especially CDC. There have been reports that people have been putting your name in the ears of George Weah if he decides to run again to take you as a running mate. And to crystallize those rumors, some time ago, you met with Mr. Weah, I think once or twice. both of you were seen together. First of all, are you positioning? Are you putting yourself in a position that you could be chosen? And two, was that any kind of discussion that came out between you and Mr. Weah?
Yes, there was a discussion that was held between the former president among my colleagues at his resorts.
Okay.
And the discussion was greeting. We went there because his house had got on fire. We decided to go there and, console him one way or the other. In the conversation, conversation came in, but it was not political, I must admit to you.
Okay.
But politicians, I don't know where they can have their imaginative thought from. So they exacerbated, inflamed the situation. Oh, the way Kogar to the former president resident, what have you, he did that. To the second concern, nobody knows tomorrow. You understand? Mm-hmm. But if for any other reason, any other person approached me in that form and manner, I will go Nimba to consult the people. Even the very vice president will be told. And then we'll sit down and have a hard discussion.
Why will you do that?
Of course, yes.
I said, why will you do it?
I do it because the constituents, within the constituencies, are the one that will vote.
Okay.
So if you went there and say, well, you feel the boss, you want to be running up and down here and there, the boss say, no, now you will carry on. You got to listen to them. But I am not growing any ambition for that. I can tell you for free. Because the boxer under the cloak cannot be more than the trouser.
What does that mean?
You want to be vice president, then you want to be canvas, you more than the president. Why if the man reject you?
Yeah.
So why if the man say, no, the man, the way I look at him, ambition too much. To be my running mate, you will all around me. You got to humble yourself. Look in the case of the vice president, the former vice president, who is president today, was very patient. Mm-hmm. And today, who is he? He's a president of the nation. But anything that God destined, nobody can change it. But don't be always zealous and unsure and undermine your friends because they are in position that you wanting. Therefore, you should dare respect them. No, I don't believe in that.
So if anybody approaches you, Senator Samuel Kogar say he will go consult the Nimba people. He will even consult with the current vice president who is from Nimba. Mm-hmm. That will be one of the most difficult conversations to have. No. He is vice president. It's very likely that if Mr. Boaga decides to run again as president, he will be the vice president. Or if Mr. Boaga doesn't run, he could be on the United Party ticket to go there and say...
But that's a discussion. You see, politics people take it to be antagonistic. But let me come in. I can do that.
Okay, how?
We should agree and disagree with each other. Why if our consulting is equal, I beg you? I'm already in the seat. And a dialogue. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
But if you tell me, man, you want to go contest. And he are giving me blessing one way or the other. Even though it's in a hard tune.
Yeah, angry
but
blessing.
It's a blessing. Angry blessing. But when you tell them, say, okay, look, let me call the error. They think what the man saying, we got to sit down to dialogue. That will be a discussion. You got to respect, because the position you're talking about is a humble position. Mm-hmm. So you cannot be rushing or disrespectful in any such title. I'm not begging anybody to say I want to go as a vice running mate. Mm-hmm. But if anybody approach me, the first thing I will consult the people of Nimba.
Okay. Now, and I know they can really have a greater say on you, the leaders, as well. That is one thing I know about the relationship between you, the leaders of Nimba, and the people of Nimba. You supported the government, especially in the second round, coming to power.
First round, second round.
Yeah, but you were more active in the second round.
I was active in the first round.
Yeah,
active in the second round.
More active in the second round because you have won your own election, so you were very relaxed.
I was very active from the beginning.
I know No.
Uh-huh,
But
don't separate.
No, I'm just saying, in terms of gravity of activeness, you were more active because you never winning your own election. So at that time, you were more relaxed to fire more.
Well, I think that's your assumption. But
Okay.
I was there into it from start to end.
Good. And they also supported you for the senatorial race. You all were in that county. It was almost like a do or die thing and all of that.
Graciously.
Yeah. Are you still supportive of the government now, as we speak?
Well, we are not in the election nearing year.
No, I mean, in terms of running, yeah.
I'm very critical
Okay.
in dealing with situation. Once what the concept that we grab and think that the government will do whenever they are deviating, I will oppose it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I will oppose it. But when they're doing the regular good things in conformity of the law, I will support them. So don't say because I support the Unity Party and they will be doing wrong thing for me to say, oh, I'm a Unity Party. I'm not Unity Partisan. I'm from the MDR. We supported them.
So before we even come national, it is good you mentioned MDR. One of the problems there too was the political leadership of the MDR. The vice president, there is an argument that he's out of both ways, UP and MDR, because the UP constitution says you cannot be a running mate unless you are a part of them. I believe that's why it says. And also, the political leadership thing of NDR has been one of controversy as well. Was it one of the things talked about in that meeting? Has it been resolved?
The issue of political party, yes, the vice president is a full-fledged member of the Unity Party. But it will be very difficult for him to forget MDR because his state prominence derived from the party. But when it comes to political leader position, he doesn't.
He is not a political leader.
He is not a political leader.
Who is?
The political leader position are not being given to any other person. One, we either need a mini convention or we need a convention that decision will be reached. But politically and technically, I am the higher official of the MDR in government now in Liberia. So it implies. Whether you like it or not, it implies.
But he was the political leader before becoming VP.
Yeah, of course.
So one will also think that, yeah, he may be a member of another political party, but like you said, the MDR brought him to national prominence.
Yeah.
So there could still be a carryover of some kind of political leadership.
No, you can be a referee and still not be a player. He knows, he's very cognizant of that. And he is playing the role cleverly. He's a man that anytime MDR is in need of assistance, should go to him and ask him for assistance. Why it is true that he not formally with MDR, collectively, he never streamed last in MDR. Yeah, so I want to make it clear. Under no condition that you will divorce from MDR, but you cannot assume the responsibility as a head.
Okay. Now, before we come national to talk national issues, Prince Johnson, senator, was, one of the, if not the greatest, Nimbayan since creation. He's way up there. His legacy has to be, one of them has to be his school. What is the situation with it now? There have been issues since his death, a whole lot of issues. Others say those issues started even when he was alive in terms of financing and all those kinds of things. And others think that it is incumbent upon you, leaders of Nimba, to ensure that that legacy doesn't die. Where is it?
We are striving to ensure that the institution that he built be meeting and the purpose for which that institution was built for be adhered to. In this light, yes, there was some level of misunderstanding, conversation, or what people were speaking across the streets. But we have strived, met with the president, discussed with him what would be the average effect if should Senator Johnson's school doesn't come out properly. He bought the idea. We wrote him officially requesting for budgetary support, and that communication was received. And this budget, they appropriated 100,000 United States dollars as an initial contribution towards that. Predicated upon that, the Vice President and I have met, and we called him Madam, and we discussed. In the discussion, we decided to reopen the school. But in doing it, the both of us are not academician or academician, but rather people who are entrenched in the educational sector. So the gentleman that was there during Senator Johnson time, one Flomo, had been administering the affairs as the acting president of the school. Now the gentleman that was in Nimba County Community College, now but one that about two, we are approaching. We met and I met with him, and he first met with the Vice President. And then the Vice President told him to come to me. He came, and we met. And I called the acting president to let him know that, look, we want for you and the gentleman to work together. Saying he is PhD, you can be next, so that the school will run. And they both of them agree in principle. But in the meantime, the acting president will be controlling the financial aspect of the school until otherwise. So in 2005, there was budget 50,000 appropriated.
In 2025?
In 2025 by Honorable Toyin and others. And that money, some have been released of recent. I think the components of the Liberian dollars in the tune of 20,000 US have been released, and then the balance will soon be released, at which time we are requested the president, I think, and the president presumptive to go and see how best they can fast track to jumpstart the process of the school. So the issue to avoid confusion of the account holders, under our watchful eyes, we agree that Madam Johnson will be signature A, the president or the acting president will be signature B, and one of the children will be signature B, 2 B's, 1 A. So that stage we are past. So we are only waiting now for the proposition from the faculty to tell us what next. And then besides that, we recommended, we decided to have a board. Because university without a board, I don't think it can function or can make any decision. So we thought it wise to incorporate Professor Francis Mawunya, who teaches at the university, Dr. Ya Gono, who is currently interpreter, Dr. Monglu, who is the president of the Nimba Community College, Dr. Wonkeyo, who was Senator Johnson's best friend, who was serving at the higher education as director, and the list go on. These are the people we are here, and I will be one of the board members, so that we can put things together and authorize the professors to carry out the school running. There where we are. And then at a later time now, okay, then there's a lady that have Deco, Mapu. Yeah, that was Senator Johnson Ivory daughter. So we also brought on board as a board member. So these are the board members, but we haven't emerged with the structure beside the chairman, the chair lady, which is Mr. Johnson. So these are the activities ongoing.
Okay, good. So we were on the national scene before we went back. In terms of what are the right things that the Unity Party-led government has done so far? the right things, the things that you think are good in the interest of the people and all that?
In the first place, from my understanding, the first thing that I can commend the government on is the caliber of people that were nominated, subsequently appointed in government as cabinet ministers. When you look at the structure and see the caliber of people in the government, they have the pedigree. I think they were well vetted. I must admit to you. These are people that school in the various areas of appointment. But the only thing so far so good that we are is the implementing aspects. Are they following the rules and law that govern that institution? It's questionable in some places. And then the second aspect of progress has to do with the reburial of Samuel Kogar. That was tremendously good. It brings about unity. It brought dignity to the people of Grand Jide. It also repaired between Grand Jide and Nimba. I attended the program. I even went to Zone.
Okay.
Where the people, Zopenon people, they went, I don't know how many quarters. They cook every women coming with foods. That cow with palm butter, their traditional soup. Mm-hmm. So when they got to the place where we have already discussed and I spoke with Doe family and they even told me, say, they consider me as a Samuel Doe now. Okay. The father will come from Nimba to go and be brave to go to some. It means that among unity. So from today onward, I'm your brother. After saying that, then they brought the palm butter rice, put it before me. Then the guys, some of the guys that went with me, they started wrinkling their eyes with me, say, don't eat it. So I did it to them. I said, eat it. We ate the food. But when we went Grand Jide itself, we interacted
that is
with... Swedru. Yeah, we interacted with the citizens, the Nimba County, and all the people to caution them that if the Grand Jidians were people that doesn't want peace, then none of the Nimbanians residing in this country wouldn't have been here. Mm-hmm. They are over.
So you have plenty of Nimba people in Grand Jide?
Yeah, all they go kill and what have you. If you check the ratio, the people, the Grand Jidians in Nimba are few. Don't be very sincere with you. Very few. So to show that the people are reconsideratory. And I believe that this will continue perpetually. So open an eye. Anytime I close my eye, enter open, I eat freely. He gets to my house, he eat freely. You know, traditionally...
So you are Samuel Kogar.
Yeah. You see, the reason why at time when I go Grand Jide, I don't go around it. Senator Yaya Nimle are from the traditional background.
Okay.
He's an older man. Mm-hmm. Besides sitting at the Senate to discuss, socially can hear myself in the eye. The conversational tone that Mr. Yaya will have with a crowd, mm-hmm. whenever I dive into it is on the front. So we observe that clearly, but I respect him as a senator of the county.
But you can be free. You can be more free with your men. So
that's more. Let me say in the word, I'm picky.
You can do all kind of things.
No, not all kind of things.
I'm socially. You can do.
Whether social, wow, economic. The idea here is the age range a little bit closer than.
I understand, but you say so. You yourself mention socially when you're talking about senators. Yeah, Nimle. So I say so that your man.
But social, I had to do
socially,
it.
You can misbehave too.
Sometimes. No. I don't misbehave. If I have misbehaved, I will be in the public glare. Yeah.
Okay.
Constructively.
Socially.
With socialize.
Okay. Constructively.
With socialize.
Okay. Now, so. Yeah, others talk about roads. The yellow machines are also coming. Is that something good the government is doing?
The yellow machine, the coming of the yellow machine is welcoming. But the troublesome aspect has to do with what? The procedure.
Okay. Is there something wrong?
In the first place, in the 70s, we had Ministry of Public Works and we had Ministry of Rural Development. The Ministry of Rural Development was clothed with the authority to ensure that farm to market, feeder rows, and primary rows were observed and to know when intervention occurred. Now, in many countries, it's difficult for government to control such a huge investment.
Why?
Very good. In order to ensure that proper results come out, you either outsource to private vendors. Like agriculture, the electricity is controlled. I think CE.
Yeah, CIE.
Yeah.
Côte d'Ivoire Electricité.
Yeah. Ivoirian. So, if you do that, government only relaxing on her percentage. You will have the opportunity for oversight to ensure that those things that have been put on a book are followed to the teeth. You know, and I know Julius, with a fleece or yellow machine, I'm speaking from empirical point. Nimba is a case study. We imported 32 pieces of earth movement equipment. Today, if you want Nimba, they are in the butchers because of mismanagement. You understand? Mm-hmm. You appropriate through the council sitting and authorize certain individual to implement. But the implementing aspect is one of the difficulties.
Well, even to service is their former defense minister. He comes with a wealth of experience in terms of managing and all that.
No, but to be a former defense minister, that one thing. To control certain group of people. You see the conflict? Paulo White is the one that will draw the roadmap. And then Brownie then will be given the opportunity to carry out the implementation. But mind you, projection. You will giving roadmap will be telling the people how much this spec costs. And you may not have the expertise to deduce whether that spec given you through requisition is in place or not. Financial fatigue will come in. So there are a lot of hurdles. But we pray political influence will also interplay.
Well, Brandon said that's something that you're not allowed to interplay.
My brother,
you had an interview yesterday.
Lead that thing. That one librarian, in a librarian way they say Vla. You an unity partisan who is a senator. I just gave you a hypothetical case. Mm-hmm. Very influential. Who strive to bring the government to prominence. Make a request. They say a request from the boss is an order.
a request from a boss is an order.
Of course. Even though you say in a cut your man, but you force because you will be coerced. That the big man asking you for something, you say, well, man, please fill this small room for me. So when you get in the county, you will not be everywhere. But I pray that a good concept that they put into place, I pray that it materialize. But I find it difficult to comprehend. For that machine to be in government here is a serious problem. Let's admit.
Okay.
People always feel that anything belongs to the government, a free thing. Even the man who will be operating a yellow machine, the guy a lake and ball that he will be selling fuel to. You understand? Mm-hmm. The same machine that will be selling, you will see somebody, a big company from Guinea coming to come steal parts to buy. All these things should have been put into place before the importation of the machine. Number one, the hubs, the workshop, where the machine will be serviced. How many manpower trained for the yellow machine? Everything's supposed to be put into perspective before the machine arrives.
This means that there were a whole lot of things that were not thought about. I was
But
not,
go
I was
tell
not
me-
thinking about some of the things.
I just want you to enter any other country and see which area they are being hopped. That you will see a place that they will service yellow machine and they will be packed in a fence, well organized. And when you see it around, it's not. Do not see the full suite and take it from the fire with your mouth. Eventually, they will burn you. We love the yellow machine, but the mechanism to put into place that will protect the enhancement is lacking. That's one of the problems. So we who support as a government should be able to tell the government what are the missteps. They need to put mechanism into place. It's serious.
What are some of the areas that you think are challenging for the government? They need to do better. Some of the things that haven't been done right.
The bureaucratic bottleneck with employment in this country is hard.
What do you mean?
Civil service is the only place that people are internalized before they employ. It serves as intimidation. They are not. You got to be transparent and efficient.
But that's what the law says. You gotta go through the civil service process.
Granted, I said, but you got to be efficient.
Are they not?
I'm not seeing it. There's a reason why people control and complaining. I'm not seeing it. I must admit to you. We call all the institutions all of the time to plenary, and they brief on what is unfolding and what have you, the bureaucracy, bottleneck, and this, that. But the government said, I'm meeting issue of employment. You understand? Mm-hmm. So here we talk, we say, oh, the company brought in a lot of aliens, and they're taking our job. We got to prepare ourselves. You got to create the template that sets what job are in mind that Liberians are supposed to do, and periodically on a yearly basis, how many Liberians are going to go for training overseas. Gradually, so they will supposed to see the whites or the foreigner, quote unquote. Look, the imposition of the work permit is only for revenue intake, but it's not for any benefit, other benefit besides revenue intake. Because if you do that, it may say, okay, in fact, since there is a situation, I have my company, I will bring in more people as long as I'm capacitated. I will pay the $3,000 and our own people will be employed to work. What you will do? You will collect the $3,000. We need to investigate it. It's too huge. Let's be very frank. No Negro descender can be citizen of Liberia. And they see non-Negro descendants are the one doing business in Liberia. They living here, the cost of living. You have to study all those things. They don't learn easily as a lease. So they will not build you genuine structure. If that 25 years they lease, they play for.
So you think they should be allowed to be citizens?
Of course, yes. Côte d'Ivoire, Guinea, Sierra Leone, go there. That's the only way they will take this country to be their country and develop it, and you will see tourists coming in to see the beauty. You must say, you got capacity to be in an area like to Ala Lagoon? No. All these things we need to take into serious consideration. We have to incorporate why you jet hypothetically your woman pregnant, you want to send her to America to go there. In a good place. Who made America great? And a foreigner? A foreigner. Nobody made America great than foreigners. So as a result, even to attack America, you find it difficult because all nationalities are there. And you from Iran, you live in America, you went to Iran, Tehran to visit. Then people planning say, we were born this part of America, and you living there with your family, you will leak the information to the world, American. So we need to. It's necessary that we do so. Let's be very sincere.
His name is Samuel Kogar. I also wanted the public to interact with you more. We have talked a whole lot. I'm not sure there's anything we haven't covered. ArcelorMittal due is a regular thing that everybody always talk about. Did you support it or not?
Yes, I support the ArcelorMittal ratification.
Why? Did you get tired now? Because you have opposed it a whole lot. Why change this time around?
Because there was some level of progress. In the first place, ArcelorMittal deal did not power with 5G.
Yeah, it been on the boat for a long time.
Very good. To show you that there were some changes. Wise man changes. We rejected it in 2018. No, yes, 2018. 2018 or at the voice of 2023, we rejected it.
Yeah, I think 2022 or 2023.
Yeah, we rejected it. Then it went by. I said, damn it, it's not easy. Then they went to the county. They say all these things we need to build a processing plant in Liberia that will also create job opportunity. They built that, they got through. Then the king, when they got in, my brother and friend Antoine got on your bike. Say, no, this thing you're doing, your SYZ, you will not agree. You got to change this, you got to do this. ArcelorMittal was paying 50,000 for 25 years for mining lessons. This MDA, ArcelorMittal now, is paying 500,000 every year. Then the signature bono, for instance, I just talking about Nimba now. Nimba is getting 6 million. So the issue of the others is a gradual process as a leader that will engage. So you can't stagnate the process. It is predicated upon this that will vote.
Okay. 777-700-995, 555-995-995. The numbers to call. Let me read this message first. We have Zoger Radio, that's the name? Yeah, Radio Zoger in Nimba County relaying this broadcast. We say thanks to them. Which town or city is?
PKS Radio, I think Radio True FM is there.
Okay. Yeah, okay, it's in Bansede. Okay, Bansede.
Yeah.
Where you have the famous Bank Katab, I know.
Katawa High.
Yeah, Bank Katabwa High. Yep. Let's read this message from Hassan Bede. Please be jotting down the concerns.
Yeah.
So that you will respond. Good evening, Julius. Please ask my senator. I'm also from Nimba. That's Hassan Bede. These questions. 1. How did the late Senator Johnson feel about the war crimes code? 2. How does Nimba feel about it today? 3. How does Senator Kogar feel about the court's creation today? Okay, let's begin with former Representative Akaros Great. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Julius. And let me say good evening to Senator Kogar, former Representative Kogar. Kogar, how are you? Look, Kogar, you spoke lengthily and I listened to you from the onset of request in case for advice running made and all of those things. But my concern is just direct on the yellow machine. That's my interest. You spoke extensively on the lack of mechanism that you have not seen put into place. For example, the issue of the hubs across the country, the construction of the hubs. For example, you started an example on the normal yellow machines that Nimba purchased, and today they are in rooms because of similar things that you made analysis of. That means you had an experience. During the process of this yellow machine debate at the legislature, my first question is, did you flag these critical concerns? And if you did, what did the legislature do in ensuring, because mind you, these hubs will still need finances. That means you got to do new allocation for the construction of these hubs. My next question and final question is that Honorable Kogar, the President of the Republic of Liberia, is on public record that to get the yellow machine, they have negotiated with EcoBank to provide loan to purchase the machine. There is a public presidential record by the President of the Republic of Liberia. Article 34 DR3 of the Liberian Constitution provides for the legislature to ratify any form of loan agreement or any also ratify this agreement for the purchasing of the yellow machines. I just want you to be direct.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so kindly. He will answer. Let me take some calls. I will come to him. He's jotting down all of the concerns. Let's go international. That person went off from the U.S. Let's see who's coming in on this local one. Welcome.
Good evening, Julius.
Yes, go ahead. Let's hear you.
This is Oscar calling from Compass to the Nimba County.
Go ahead.
Will you please allow me to ask 2 questions to my senator?
You might make it 2. I beg you, because other people got to go.
Senator Kogar, my attention has been drawn to the money given to Nimba County by Metal Steel. The money has been single-handedly used by the Secretary of County. And one of the representatives, the two representatives, is biting the Secretary and the Secretary has right to use the money. What is the thought on it? Then the second thing has to do with Metal Steel. We have been told in Nimba that all the legislatures for Nimba County, including all the government officials, how much they have yellow machine that they bought and give to Metal Steel, and Metal Steel is ready for them. So for that reason, they cannot take no hard decision against Metal Steel. What is the outcome? Then the second thing has to do with the foreign nationals. The foreign nationals are taking over the city of even the city of Nimba. All of them have open business, and we have been told that the foreign nationals that were brought in by some official of government from Nimba County to open store for them because they don't have interest in Nimba. So they want to take the Nimbadian out of business. What is the thought on it?
Okay, thanks so kindly for your call all the way there from Nimba County. Let me go overseas and take this one. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Julius. Good afternoon to Samuel Kogar.
Go ahead quickly, Frank.
This is Frank Gibson, and I call from Paris. Are you getting me?
Go ahead, Frank. We ain't got enough time. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the mayor hearing you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know the honorable said he broke, but the honorable spent 8 months at one of the most expensive hotels. And for the family said they were paying for their pocket. So I don't know how possible is that. If those are one of the achievements, they had as Unity Party say, but you don't want to step that. The 8 months in the 5-star hotel is very expensive.
8 months? Was it 8 months that they spent there? Anyways.
I guess. Because except for the family lied to the people that they were paying for their own pockets.
Okay.
So I think Honorable Kogar is honest to the conversation. But I want to actually commend Honorable Kogar. He has spoken his mind, most especially when it comes to between you and the Vice President. And that's been very honest and sincere. I want to commend you for that. But I want to ask this question. Julius, maybe you slept on that. When they pass on law, I earlier said the Honorable Kogar that
my man, we got enough time, my man. We got enough time. Just go straight to the point. We gotta take other people.
I earlier said that you lawmaker are appropriate to Joseph Boakai, and I still like that. My question here is that you guys pass on law, and you pass in that law and the budget. You authorize the Minister of Transport to be
okay, so yeah, I know what you want to talk about. So it is the Transport Ministry and the LTM are due. What do you make of it? Someone is asking about that here as well. Transport Ministry, where it has been taken from Transport Ministry now for a private international company to do vehicle registration and licensing, when of course you pass a budget law that says only the Transport Ministry in 2026, the budget law states clearly only the Transport Ministry is supposed to do that. But the executive has written that how you might call them LTMI will do it. Let's see who's here. Welcome. Let's hear you.
You guys, how are you?
I'm fine. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, this is John J. Backwell. And let me say good evening to Senator Kogar. I have 2 quick concerns. Senator Kogar, you have been in the lower house for some time before you transition to the House of Error, as we may put it. From the beginning of the United Party-led government, you witnessed tenure positions being violated. And those tenure positions were enacted by law by you people. And the executive, whenever violating the law, what did you do about that process? Number 2, it is by law that Ministry of Transport has the statutory responsibility. But on the contrary, our country we got 2 institutions issuing driving lessons.
Yeah, so someone spoke about that. So yeah, like he already has it. Soprano Goa said, please ask the guest if he regrets the former speaker Kofa saga. Okay. Soprano Goa sends in that one. Let's see who's coming from this local line. Welcome. Let's hear you. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Just go far away from the radio now.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Julia, my name is Anthony Sale. I'm the Vice President for Operations. M2, the motorcycle organization in Popular Liberia.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Good evening, Mr. Senator. Yeah, you talk about. I didn't hear anything about motorcycle in Nimba County.
You said you didn't hear anything about motorcyclists in Nimba?
Yeah, what he will be doing about the cyclists normalize on their own and they campaign for him and place him where he is. So I didn't hear that only hear him talking about their terminals. I didn't hear him talking about the assistance you will give them to get
okay.
them to school.
Thanks so kindly. He got that point. Let's see who's right here. International line, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Julia, how you doing?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
My name is Berdinwa. I'm calling from the States. I just want to ask my small brother, when will he learn to discuss in-house as a Nibalian, as a traditional senator from Nimba County that replace our Godfather today?
Has he
knows me very well.
Has he
so
said?
That question.
Yeah. Has he said anything that are supposed to be said in house and not outside?
I said in-house.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Has he?
In-house, not in public, in-house. When will he learn to discuss things in-house?
Okay.
Before coming outside.
Okay.
What our father used to do before. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks so kindly, sir, for your call. This one said, please ask him if he was used by Koung to lead the campaign to remove Kofa. Whether you are used by the vice president. That's a question someone is asking. Welcome. Let's hear you. Shortly, I'll go back to him. Welcome.
Yes, good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, pleasant good evening to Senator Kogar. I join you from District 4, and this is the voice of Ako Ibu Senior. I listened to the senator, and I did not know that Honorable Kogar can be this polite in his presentation. I mean, I like this version of Honorable Kogar. I think it was very polite than when he wears his political garment. But this question, before I leave Julius, the senator was one of the front runners, if not the main head in this fight against the removal of Honorable Fonati Kofa. So since they became successful in the removal of Honorable Fonati Kofa, I'd like to know, though he's not from the lower house right now at this point, and I'd like to know from him what has changed. What are some of those things that have changed at the level of the lower house since the removal of Honorable Kofa? Thank you.
Okay. Thanks so kindly as well. Let's see who's on this end. Welcome. Let's hear you.
My name is Julius.
Yeah. Yes, what's your name?
My name is Victor Fraser.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Kogar, and thank you, Julius, for the time. I want to say Senator Kogar has done some contribution in Nimba. He has played well this evening. However, one thing that I want to remind Senator Kogar for is, before he became senator, he will sit down to calculate well almost all of the appointments in the country has been done. Senator Johnson was the senator at the time from 2014 election all the way to the death in November, and after his death, the burial and that whole process. Nomination, in fact, appointment has been done in government everywhere. All these things were in your heart. He could not say to us as his younger brothers who've been supporting him, and he knows we were all in the breach. And only to wait for the election, and after the election, he just came out the way he came. It was not good to us, and up to now we are not still understanding as to how it's going. He get a parable, he said, if you name somebody after your grandma, then you got to call that person your grandma. Yes, you call that person, yet that person is not your grandma. It's your daughter or your son. But the respect is given with the name of the grandma. But be him as our senator, we give him the fullest respect. But they fight over godfatherism, they fight over who become this, is not what we're looking for today. What we're looking for is Nimba unity, for Nimba development, which will stand by him. Once he moves that level, we will all stand by him to support him fully for whatever
what does Nimba unity mean? What is the context?
Okay, Nimba unity means where discussion about Nimba, that one of us, anytime you are here, you move to any of us, we talk together as brother and sister, we iron out our issue at home, then to go and get it all over on radio, like the way Nimba is into problem and all of that, all those things are not called for.
So none of the leaders of Nimba will be going on radio again. Did he talk about any problem here today?
For safer discussion, we don't have problem.
So has he?
There are issues and somebody just
has he said anything
after the election?
Has he said anything on the show today that affects Nimba unity?
We're talking about the previous discussion and leading to this safer discussion today. We said it was not called for, and we got to correct it. This is what we're saying. Once he's taking the line out for us to talk as brothers and sisters together as Nimba, we fall in our line. Other than that, we get out of who were even appointed to feedback about him that he's not happy for the appointment, or we all suffer for him.
Okay.
Because he was not senator at the time.
Okay, thanks so kindly.
Senator Johnson was the guy.
Okay, thanks so kindly. The final one. Welcome. Let's hear you. Who ya? Oh, how am I doing? Am I talking on this? Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, my name is Andrew Wissia, and I join you from Barnumsville. I want to say good afternoon to the senator, and I appreciate him for coming up. You know, it's good to have a conversation before the main march is played. And Senator Kogar, I know I'm monitoring him. He's someone that's very bold. He speaks his mind, and it's good for our country. But the issue of the yellow machine, look, the similar thing that Senator Kogar stated, the issue in Nimba County, the yellow machine are all languaging in Saniquet and some part of Ban in the bushes. I hope this time around, there's a good initiative by the government. Nobody should get me wrong, by bringing yellow machine to provide road for our people from farm to market road. And it will be good for us. But we pray that the mechanism, we don't want to see scrap in this country that Seti Burial can take. Because this money that they're paying, that huge money, and these are taxpayer money. Money is part of that particular yellow machine.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So
Thanks. Thanks so kindly. Let's squeeze in the final one from overseas. Let's hear you from Sweden.
Yes, I'm Lawrence. I'm calling from Sweden.
Okay.
Yes, a performance 1 year Nimba unity. Sure, as big as Nimba is, I'm surprised that our small country like Grand Crew and all of we were cheek and pull up speaker and pull up Senate pro tem, Nimba doesn't do that. Nimba always fight each other when it comes to leadership in the house. They only show that unity to become helping for they help smart to become president, help someone to become president. Always. Nimba is our country that show that strength to say we want to pull up speaker or pull up the speaker. When you come to the next speakership, they will fight each other, tear each other apart, and come and say, oh, Nimba unity. When was Nimba united?
Okay, thanks so kindly. I am taking this one because it's the first time I'm seeing a number from Cambodia. Welcome, and let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to talk to you offline, please. I am the guy who tested from Phnom Penh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you wanted to say something on the show.
No, I want to.
Yeah, okay, you can. Okay, I will see if I can send you my number and then we'll do that. Yeah, from Cambodia. The man is following from Cambodia, from Peng. Okay, that's where it's from. Okay. Okay, yeah. Senator, you can respond to the concerns.
The show is interesting.
No, the show it is. It's very interesting. From all over.
Okay, Julia, thank you very much. Let me begin with Hassan Berete with respect to the War Crime Code. 100% support the war and economic crime code, but it should not only be war crime code. It should be war and economic crime code. I support 100%. So that's my answer to his question. To Honorable Gray, he asked if I voted and also the securing of a loan from EcoBank, whether it was with our acquiescence. Honorable Gray, in the first place, at the time of the Yellow Machine discussion, our elections, at the Senate, in the by-elections. But I played some role when the public works minister came the last time, I think last week or week before last, to address the Senate about the road connectivities, the kilometers, and etc. So this question was raised. I asked him a question that yes, Article 57 of the 1986 Constitution provides that the president shall negotiate foreign treaties, protocols, and other agreements. While it is true that he clothed with authority under that constitutional clause, it is also incumbent upon the legislature to sign a resolution, to test resolution by the both houses, to domesticate before it becomes a law. So you say you took a loan from EcoBank in order to pay for the yellow machine. Was it ratified? I think my colleagues, Honorable Dopo, Francis Dopo was the one who came in and said, yes, we did. Well, you weren't here at the time, but it was ratified.
Okay.
You understand?
So the legislature ratified.
It ratified. So by that, there were my question posed. So I'm very much cognizant of the fact, constitutionally, that these are the provisions that is provided as our guiding tools as legislator. Oscar from Ganta, Oscar Nle mentioned about the issue of the resources, the county social development funds, and also MITA and foreign businessmen being brought in by some government, unknown government officials to front on behalf of the Liberian, or the Liberian fronting for him. With respect to the utilization of the social and county development funds, that have been my issue all the time, the superintendent is proficient, but she's not efficient in the utilization of the money. She designs strategy, very fine one, proficient way, but the implementation and the purpose for which the money is meant for, which should have been efficient, is not being met.
Can you give some examples?
Example. Every county was created by the act of legislation. And it is incumbent upon the central government of the states to ensure that every land ministry and agencies assigned into a county must be housed. And these houses must be furnished by the government. On the contrary, Nimba County Superintendent Compound is being renovated by Nimba County Social Development Funds. I got serious problem with that. Police commander resident is being renovated by Nimba County Social Development Fund, whereas the police has its own budget lands in the national budget. Why would Nimba County Social Development Fund be utilized for such purpose or purposes? Immigration checkpoint, commissioner compounds, and the list go on. We believe that the money has been misappropriated. So with respect to your concern is everyone are all concerned, but we are going to take it the proper way as our oversight responsibility to ensure that we look into the matter and emerge with a logical conclusion to revert to the county. The issue of businessmen to be...
Maybe we can get speed up because you have just 2 more minutes.
Wow.
The news is coming.
So the businessman issue is something that we'll discuss because of time factor. I got to respond to other. Then Gibson question were not clearly understood by me. So
no, it was the Ministry of Transport and the Liberian Transport Management.
Currently, the issue of the LTMR and the Transport Ministry is being discussed. Even today, we discuss in leadership. It requires some level of intervention. You cannot de-ratify, but you can do some adjustment by amendment to change some clauses. Then, Janje Gbabe, talking about the driver lesson, almost the same thing.
It's the same.
Anthony Seyon motorcycle, what have you done? Mr. Sonya, the road to Monrovia start with 1. We have something in package that will get to you soon.
The road to Monrovia starts with 1.
Then we get Bouer Deinois, who said when we are discuss Nimba issue in-house. In the first place, Mr. Deinois, I think you are misunderstanding me and your question is misplaced on grounds that I'm a public figure. If I'm asking the public, I cannot say, wait, let me go Nimba and consult my people before I answer the question. It will sound so demeaning in the presence of the media and those who are listening under my voice. I had no point in time have I ever discussed Nimba County here. But what unfolded or transparent is what they asked me about, and I explained. I did not insult anybody or accuse anybody. The medias are there and what have you. So some of you will have the perception to just believe in one side story. It's wrong, and I want to tell you categorically here that I am not a senator that I'm afraid to say, well, we will re-elect you or will not re-elect you. But I will say the facts. At no point in time I ever deviate. Then you got Bur, and you say, who Bur Senior? One has a house. Okay, the saga of Fonati Kufa. I don't want to dwell into that issue.
Do you regret
now I have gone to the Senate.
Do you regret it?
I don't regret my action. I'm a full-fledged member of the process, so how will I regret it?
Okay. His name is Samuel Kogar.
So lastly, Andrew
Wisse
is a kind of commendation.
They're the same thing about the yellow machine.
So, lastly, these are the kind of people that carry rumor mongers around. They feel that Nimba is just a society bush. No.
Okay.
Nimba is a county.
His name is Samuel Kogar. Since he became senator, this is his first interview with me. And I think we talked enough. Thanks so kindly, sir, for being here.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, that's how we go. My name is Julius Jed. The next up is the news. They are right on my back, choking me.